A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to the EVS class. So we were doing our second chapter, that is the respiratory system. Yes, and we have completed almost all the topic. Only one topic is left. That will be the last topic, and we are also going to cover some of the workbook questions today. Okay, so before going to today's explanation, let us see what we have learned in the previous class. Okay, see, in the last class we have learned about steps of respiration. Yes, children, remember I have told two important words related to the steps of respiration. What was that? Inhalation, isn't it? It was inhalation. Now tell me, what was inhalation? Yes, correct. Inhalation means is your taking in of oxygen, isn't it? And what was exhalation? Yes, giving out of carbon dioxide. Yes, okay. Now who helps to do that? Our diaphragm, isn't it? Okay. Next comes to your breathing rate. So what I told breathing rate means the number of times we breathe in and breathe out in a minute, isn't it? We have also learned that our breathing differs when we are doing some physical activities. Remember? Yes, I have made you to do one activity also. Yes, where we found that when you are doing an intense workout or an exercise, our breathing becomes faster. Yeah, our heartbeats is faster, isn't it? Okay, so related to this, today we are going to learn one more important topic, that is your blowing of air. Okay, blowing of air. Today we will learn that how blowing air can warm up or cool down the things. Clear? And also we will learn about stethoscope. Clear? Okay, children, let's see here. See everyone, blowing air to warm up or cool down things. Now children, tell me, what is the meaning of blowing air? Yes, what is the meaning of blowing air? Yes, this is called your blowing air. Understood? Okay. Now when you do that, we oftenly do that, isn't it? Especially when we are in hurry and your mother gives you some warm food, your hot milk, your warm milk. Yes, we oftenly do that. What we do? Yes, we try to blow the milk to let it cool down, isn't it? Why? Why we do that? We do that so that our food can be little cool down, isn't it? Now how it is done? How it is done? Can you say me how it is done? Yes, see here. What happens? Suppose you are getting an hot milk. Yes, you are getting an hot food, warm food or hot food. Yes, now what you will do? We will blow it. Yes, we will blow it. What we will blow? We will blow air, isn't it? We will blow air to let it cool, and it becomes little cool also, isn't it? Why? Why? The reason is, when we blow out air, it is little bit colder. Okay, when we blow out air, it is little colder. Yes, it is little colder. For that reason, when we blow air to any warm food or hot food, it gets cooled down. Understood? It gets cooled down. Now I will give you one more example. Okay, have you ever tried to blow air to an ice cream? When we are having an ice cream, have you ever tried to blow the air on ice cream? Okay, you have not done. I have also not done. But just let me say, if we do that, if we do that, what will happen? Now we have seen that if any type of hot warm food or hot milk or hot coffee, anything, when we blow the air, it cools down. Okay, will the same will go with the ice cream too? Will the ice cream, it is already colder, yes or no, it is chilled, will the same go with the ice cream? When we blow air in the ice cream, will it become more colder? Say, think, will it become more colder? Can you guess what will happen? Think little bit, you think. When we are blowing air to a hot milk, it is becoming cool, isn't it? Okay, now the same thing if we'll do with an ice cream or any type of juices, not the hot one, the colder one, what will happen? Okay, I will tell you the answer. Okay, now see, when we are blowing air, I told you it is little bit colder, yes, yes, but when we are blowing air to an ice cream, yes, the ice cream is already chilled, the ice cream is already chilled, but the air we are giving out, yes, it is not so chilled like an ice cream, yes, it is little bit warmer than the ice cream. Clear? It is little bit warmer than the ice cream. Now when we are blowing air to a chilled ice cream, the effect will be opposite. Opposite means, since our blowing, the air we blow, it is not so chill like an ice cream, it is little warmer. So what will happen? That ice cream will start melting. Understood? The ice cream will start melting, and for that reason our ice cream won't be a frozen one now, it will start melting. It is different with the case of that hot milk, because hot milk, it is warm, it is hot, so the air we blow out, it is little bit colder than that, so it will try to cool that hot milk. Understood? But in case of ice cream, it is already chilled, isn't it? There is a chilled air surrounding it, yes. Okay, now the chilled air, yes, the chilled air is colder than what we are blowing out. That means our blowing of air is warmer than that. And why it is warmer? As comparison to the chilled ice cream, it will be warmer. You can try it now. Generally you do like this, everyone, we generally do that during the cold days, isn't not? We always blow air to our closed palms, yes. Now also you can do. So if you do that, what you are getting a cool air. Why? Because the air that is coming out, it mixes with our surroundings. Clear? It mixes with our surroundings and it becomes little warmer in case of a hot milk. Yes, in case of a hot milk, our air, the air we blow out, it's mixed with the atmosphere. Yes, atmosphere, and it becomes cool. So it works in case of the hot milk. Clear? But as comparison to your ice cream, it is warmer, because ice cream is a chilled one. Yes or no? Chilled air. Yes. So it is, as comparison to your ice cream, it is warmer. For that reason, what happens when you blow air to an ice cream, it starts melting. For that reason, we do not blow air to any cold things. Understood? Understood the difference of blowing air between the hot one and the cold one? Okay. One more thing we do. See, in the picture it is given. Why is the woman in the picture blowing on the fire? Yes, we have seen in our villages when we visit that those who are cooking food in the chulhas, what they do, they blow air in the chulhas. Why? Because when we blow air, fire needs oxygen to what? To burn faster, isn't it? So we already observed that one. Yes, for that reason what we do, we blow air. Yes, we blow air to the to the for firing or anything, or firing or burning. For that reason it says that wood or fuels need air to burn, so blowing into the fire makes the fire to burn faster and hotter. Understood the concept of blowing air, how we can blow air to warm up or cool down things? Okay, now be amazed part. You see, our body can withstand up to 3 weeks without food and 1 week without water. Yes, so but we cannot live without oxygen for more than 3 to 4 minutes. Yes, without food or without water we can live at least for 3 weeks. Can you live for 3 weeks? We have to try, isn't it? Okay, but without oxygen we cannot live for 3 to 4 minutes. Yes, I have already discussed that one in the very first day, isn't it? In the very first day of your second chapter I have discussed that one. Yes, okay. Now let's come to HOTS. Now see here, whenever we go to doctors, they keep a stethoscope. Every one of us know stethoscope. Yes, we have seen whenever we are visiting a doctor, we are being checked with the stethoscope, isn't it? So do you know why it is used? What is the use of it? Let's see here. Whenever we go to doctors, they keep a stethoscope on our chest. Then he or she asks us to take long breaths. Do you know why? Yes, we are taking, the doctor is putting the stethoscope here. Yes, he's putting the stethoscope on our chest and he's asking us to take a long breath, like we are taking like this, isn't it? Why? Because see here, a stethoscope is a medical device. Okay, it is used to listen the first of all, it is used to listen the heartbeat. You know, our heart beats like a lub-dub. There is a sound, there is a noise called lub-dub. Okay, this is the sound, this is a noise of your heartbeat. When your heart beats, there is a sound of lub-dub, thub-dub, thub-dub. Yes, that can be checked with the stethoscope. For that reason, the doctor, what they will do, they check with the stethoscope to the, they put the stethoscope to the whole chest, isn't it? That means they can check the lungs. Okay, they can check the lungs. Yes, with the help of the stethoscope they can hear it, either you have any infections or any type of internal disease or not. They can check that one with the help of stethoscope. Clear? So see here, a stethoscope is an instrument used to hear sounds of heartbeats and breathing. Yes, when you breathe, either your heartbeat is faster or slower, they can detect with the stethoscope. Clear? Doctors use it to check the health of our body. Our breathing and heartbeats change when we are unwell. Yes, sometimes we say no, we are unable to breathe. That means either the heartbeat will be very faster or the heartbeat will be slower. Sometimes we cannot properly breathe. Yes, we are not getting the sufficient air to breathe. So everything can be detected with this stethoscope. They are putting the stethoscope in their ear. Yes, the two the two strings like things, they're putting in the ear, in their ear, and they are hearing the sound. Okay, they can detect everything that is going inside your chest. Am I clear? So this is the use of stethoscope. Understood? Okay children, now let's come to the next page, that is your connect the dots. Let's see the maths fun. normal respiratory rate for a healthy adult is 12 to 20 breaths per minute, then how many breaths does a person takes in 2 hours? Yes, so 1 hour is equal to your 60 minutes, isn't it? So if it is 2 hour, then 60 into 2 is your 120. So you have to multiply 120 two times, one with 12 and one with 20. Yes, so if you multiply 120 into 12, since your heart rate here it is said that 12 to 20 breaths per minute, so in 2 hours how many breaths does a person take? So first you will multiply 120 into 12, so it will be your 1440. Clear? It will be your 1440. And when you again multiply 20 into 120, it will be your 2400. Okay, so you breathe 1440 to 2400 times in 2 hours. Clear? This will be the answer of that. Okay, the next is your social studies fun. I will just read it. See it. People living at different altitudes have a different breathing capacities and rates. When we go to hilly areas, some people have trouble breathing and need to take deep breaths. Why? Because the higher the altitudes, the lower is the oxygen level, isn't it? Okay, so some people have that disease, not disease, I will say it is a type of sickness. Okay, so what is that called? That is called your altitude sickness. It is caused due to the low levels of oxygen at high altitudes. Yes, the symptoms include headaches, tiredness, stomach ache, dizziness and sleep disturbance. It might not be with everyone, but some may face the difficulties when they travel to a higher altitudes. Clear? So here ends your chapter. Now we will discuss the workbook questions. Okay, so before going to the workbook questions, let's see the whole summary of the chapter. See, the process of taking in oxygen from the air and giving out carbon dioxide is called your respiration. The organ system that helps in respiration is called the respiratory system. The respiratory system has the following parts: a nose with a pair of nostrils, the windpipe that is a trachea, a pair of lungs, the diaphragm. Breathing in and breathing out are the two main steps in respiration, which happens due to the up and down movement of the diaphragm. Yes, do you remember the activity I showed with the help of my hand? Yes, how the diaphragm moves down and moves up. When it moves down, what happens? Our chest expands and it helps the air to fill in. Yes, but when it moves down, it releases the air. Yes, and we breathe out. Clear? Next, see, adults breathe about 18 times in a minute. Yes, we have seen. And children breathe about 20 to 25 times, isn't it? Okay, we blow out the air from our mouth to cool down hot food or drinks. Yes, because the blowing air is cooler than the hot food. Yes, for that reason we can cool down the things. But in case of an ice cream, it is opposite. Yes, okay. The instrument used to hear the sounds of heartbeats and breathing is called stethoscope. Doctors use it to check the health of our body. Clear? Okay, now let's move to workbook. See, we have already done till question number 13. Now we will discuss from question number 14. Level the activity shown in the figure. Write the steps involved in both the activities. Yes, your first one, number A, is breathing in, isn't it? Yes, so it will be your breathing in. And what are the steps involved? The diaphragm moves up or down. Yes, the diaphragm moves down. Yes, okay. Now number B is your giving out of carbon dioxide. So here the diaphragm moves up. Clear? Okay. The next you see, number 15. Which of the following activity will mostly make us breathe the faster? Yes, 4 activities are given. Out of this, which one will help to breathe more faster? Number B, swimming, isn't it? Okay. Which of the following statements is correct? Usually adults breathe about 24 times in an hour. Children breathe about 18 times in a minute. Adults breathe about 18 times in a day. And usually adults breathe about 18 times in a minute. So your correct option is number D. Yes. Next, why do we need to breathe? Yes, why do we need to breathe? Because it helps us to maintain various functioning of the body, isn't it? Yeah. The next, explain the faster we move, the faster we breathe. Now children, we have already seen the more intense workout you do, the more intense exercise you do, the more oxygen you need to breathe. Yes or no? For that reason it says the faster we move, the faster we breathe. Okay. Now number 19. What happens when we blow air on the following food items? The first one is your hot food. What will happen? It will cool down. Yes. But the next one is having the ice cream. What will happen? It will melt the ice cream because the air we blow out is warmer as compared to your chilled ice creams. Yes. Okay. The next you see, match the part. So which of this, out of these 4 parts given in your right side, which 2 will match with the stethoscope? Yes, tell me. It is your number A and number D, isn't it? It is used to put it in the air and to listen the functioning of your heart. Okay. So how does a stethoscope help doctors? It is used to detect or to know your heart rates. Yes, and it is also used to detect them in the way we breathe. Yes, in our breathing. Clear? So here comes the end of your chapter. So the workbook questions, whatever we have discussed today, I will give the answers as a PDF file in the WhatsApp group. You have to note it down correctly in your workbook. Clear? And from the next class, maybe in the next class maybe I will start the 3rd chapter. Clear? So I hope you have understood the respiratory system properly. So just go through the chapter once. Dear children, it is very important that whatever I explain, after that you should read the chapter once, read that topics once, so that whatever I have explained, whatever you have understood, it is much more clear to you. Clear, everyone? So please read the chapter once. Clear? Okay, till then, take care and be safe. Thank you.